we had Zubats on the show, and he was telling us a story where he was like going to go against Dwight, and he's like sweating all day, rookie, staring at the sheet, trying to memorize everything. And they were just like, you can just hope for the best. Who was kind of that guy for you maybe as a rookie when you came in?
James Harden.
Okay.
So
you remember that night before?
Absolutely. Well, it was already like I was back and forth between Austin Spurs and coming back.
Yeah.
So they made me do 9 games in 9 days. So I believe.
Yeah, Pop said, get your ass to work.
Yeah. I was back and forth. And I think that was like our 6th game. And at that point, I just got to Houston at like 3 a.m. I'm tired. I had to go to shoot around. The game is going, and I'm just sitting there. I'm talking to my boy Drew Eubanks, who's with Portland. I'm like, does this game just look real fast to you, or is it just me? It's like the middle of the second quarter, and he got like 28 points. Like, he's cooking us. This is when he went on that spree of like 60 points.
Yeah, right.
Like, just going crazy.
For sure.
I'm sitting there, thinking things like, all right, I'm going to get ready for the Austin Spurs game tomorrow. I got to take this double commercial flight over there to OKC. And I hear Lonnie.
The double? Damn, you got a
a
layover?
I hear Coach Pop, Lonnie. I'm like, what? Talking about, he's like, Lonnie, get in there, guard James. Like, you want me to guard James immediately. All right, I got you. And he lit my ass up, man.
How many he put on you?
3 threes in a row. He shot 1 from half court. First one was like a pull-up from half court. The next 2 was like a dime. He went on like 11-0 run. Coach Pop looking at me, cursing me out. Sit your ass back there. Like, all right.
I was going to ask, is this your welcome to the league moment? We're like, okay, I'm here now. Like, it's real. You know what I mean? And has the game slowed down like since then?
By far.
Yeah,
I think the biggest takeaway that I had to do was when I first got into the league, I was such a big fan of just everyone. Mm-hmm. So when I'm guarding, I'm like, oh my God, I'm guarding James Harden. Or I'm guarding this
Thank
dude,
you for dropping 15 on me, James.
Like, it's an honor, And then I had to stop giving those people that respect and understanding that, I'm here too.
Yeah.
I got to guard you the same way you got to guard me. And I think that's something that really helped me as far as, the mental aspect and being ready to play.
DeJounte talked about the Spurs playing mind games, especially with the rookies.
Yeah.
Did you ever experience that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I played 9 games in 9 days.
Okay.
But for the most part, yeah. I mean, I think that's something that you have to understand and find balance in. I think that's something that has prepped me, when I have my highs and lows in the league. Moments like those kind of got me ready for just little things, being ready for the Lakers and even playing here, I've finally realized playing with the Lakers ain't for everybody. Being with the Spurs and having them kind of mentally try and break you, so you can kind of start be with their system and do certain things in that aspect, sure as heck.
So when you talk about Coach Pop, like, we're not really media journalists. We don't really fuck with them per se, but we see how with Square Media,
for sure. There's some real ones out there.
I think he'll roll up with me. Like, he'll at least hit the Grape Swisher. But what is Pop like?
He probably would though.
Hey, Grape Swisher will turn anything into fire. Okay, I just want you to know that. But so what's Pop like? When the cameras aren't around. And do you have any funny Pop stories you could share with us?
Pop he's one of one. The one thing that I truly am blessed to have was he, off the court, it was always bigger than basketball. Before we had shoot around, he ran and be like, what's the capital of X, Y, and Z, or some random places in Europe.
Wow.
And stuff like that. He really tried to keep us in tune and not be so ignorant with the outside world. But for the most part, Pop ain't play that. There's not really too much funny moments, I could say, without people getting a little scared. There was a time we were watching film. He tripped on like some weight dumbbell that was in the middle of the court, in the middle of the room. He tripped on it like 3 times. So he's like, someone move this damn thing. Someone dove on the floor, picked it up. That's how we move.
You're not laughing when he's done.
You're not laughing.
Good question for you. So you said 3 times. It would seem like after 1. Okay.
No.
2 at least, bro.
Like,
right.
Move the shit, dog. Okay.
When that happened, you try to laugh. So you kind of look at your boy like,
Yeah.
but you're not trying to say nothing.
Right.
Well, we'll talk about it later.
I played at UCLA. We used to have this thing in the locker room where if somebody was saying some reckless shit, we would all just lean back in the locker and then you'd make eye contact. Somebody else was like, what the fuck is going on? But I definitely know what that look means.
Pop is notorious for having those big team dinners, where and he's also credited as like one of the guys to get so many guys into wine. You know, LeBron, Kobe, all these guys. Did you ever get to do any of those dinners? Kind of what were some of the highlights maybe from those?
Been to a lot of dinners.
Yeah.
We had dinners almost after every game, especially the coaching staff. They had dinners once you arrive, probably at night, in the morning, they every single day. So for the most part, we were with our teammates. I wasn't necessarily with the coaches and stuff like that, but it was a good vibe.
Yeah.
One of my worst moments was when I met Tim Duncan for the first time. So when I first got to San Antonio, I met Tim, and he was standing there, you know, calm, cool, and collective. And I went up to him, and I, like, choked on my saliva immediately. So I'm like, Tim, like, coughing bad. And he's looking at me like, I'm trying to talk to him like, Tim, it's like, like, bro, forget about it. I kind of walked away, like, a little scared, a little sad. So since then, I kind of leave it alone.
Was he wearing an Old Navy fit? Like, what was he
was
rocking?
wearing these baggy ass shorts, these long tank top.
That's awesome.
You know, he's a hunter, so he always wears his watch in like right here.
Okay.
You know, just simple things like that. But yeah, Tim is San Antonio to the death of him.
You was a big Tim fan growing up or something? Like that's a okay.
It's just Tim's the GOAT, man.
Yeah.
You know,
MED,
like,
yeah.
You know, one of the winningest teams in the past decade. The things that he's done. So to see him just standing there like he's not Tim in a way, you know, he's one of the most humblest people in the world. So when I seen him, I got so excited. I'm like, oh, that's Tim Duncan. Like, oh, snaps, this is about to be crazy. And as soon as I talked to him, I messed the whole thing up.
If it makes you feel any better, I was at that Lakers-Grizzlies game when Shannon Sharp got into it with the Morant clan and everybody. But I was sitting there, Jeannie Buss, and I had some Sour Patch Kids and started choking on the Sour Patch Kid in front of Jeannie and Jay Moore. And Jay kind of looked at me like, you gonna make it, dog? I was tearing up and shit. I'm just like, not in front of Jay Moore,
that makes me feel much
not in
better.
front of Bob Sugar. Damn.
Did you get a rap with Tim after that? Was that the only time you had interaction you had
Oh,
with him?
no. He,
Okay.
like, after that, I mean, I was with him almost every other day.
Okay,
especially after I tore my meniscus. When I was trying to get back on the court, he was on the court with me.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
We were doing a whole bunch of 3-on-3s. In fact, our first 3-on-3, he made me throw up.
Wow.
Just working that hard.
How was that experience? Yeah, talk about that.
First time on the court, I'm excited. Like, yo, you got 3-on-3. Tim always plays with the youngins. You know, he loves the game. He's always at the facility helping us out.
Wow.
So he catches the ball at the top of the key, and he just tells like the manager and stuff like, "Go ahead, run around." And he's just holding the ball at the top of the key, and I'm just running around. He has this thick ass brace on his knee, so he keeps setting like these fake screens for them, and I'm running over them, running over them. It's like a minute and 30, because usually for 3-on-3 you do like 3-minute stints. It's like a minute and 30. He finally misses it. I grab it, and as I'm grabbing, I like stop. I'm like, yo, something don't feel right. It gets in my throat. It gets all the way out. It comes all the way out. I threw up on the court. They're like, oh. Threw up again on the court. Oh. I'm like, I'm not done yet. Threw again in the trash bin.
There's more.
I done did some embarrassing moments now that I think about it.
In front of TD, bro. That's
it's
crazy.
crazy because after I threw up, he's like, all right, you got that out your system. All right, check up. Let's go.
Did y'all move courts or y'all wipe it off?
Oh, they wiped it off. You started right back up again.
Wow.
As a former manager, I know that pain of having to wipe off the court as fast as you can.
I threw up everywhere, like everywhere.
But see, that's like a low point, but you can only go up from there. So
Yeah.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah.
only way is up after that.